Hi everybody, this is Wenzes from Below the Radar Above the System, and today's topic is INFJ and financial freedom. And this is a topic suggested by Celine. It was from the idea pool, so thank you very much for your contribution. So when we think about financial freedom, I think a lot of INFJs strive towards this or think it's going to be one solution to our lifelong quest. Because then we think we're gonna be successful, then we think we're gonna be content with our lives, we would have accomplished something. And the thing is that it's also an illusion, because if somebody gives you a business today that's working and is gaining you money, it won't give you that satisfaction that you're looking for in general, just like having that. I can just take myself as an example. I had a boss at that point. I was not like working completely by myself, but I had gained pretty much complete freedom. I could work whenever I want. I was earning more money than I was spending. Or this is actually like the job I have right now. I fly twice a week. I sleep in like 5-star hotels. And 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, when I had reached those things and I was at this job, which I actually like, but I never had to get out of my comfort zone for anything. It was just like going somewhere steadily without me having to really adjust myself too much to it. I fell into the biggest depression of my life because I had achieved all those things that I thought I needed. There were goals for me that I thought once I have them, I will feel better about myself, and it never happened. That's when I wrote the Below the Radar Above the System ebook, because I just like hit rock bottom and I needed to change my belief systems. I needed to change everything around me, how I viewed reality, just to keep sane. And that's how this whole project actually started. So let me tell you something. If you have like achieved all those things, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna be happy or content or that you feel successful. It pretty much can also lead you to the depression phase, meaning, oh, I had achieved all those things and it like does not give me that feeling I was hoping for, that I had imagined within my NI. So keep that in mind, but that does not mean that being financially independent shouldn't be something you should strive towards. What you need to understand though is that it's not about having achieved something or having found like a level of success from like the outside point of view, but that you have actually started challenging yourself, that you've gotten out of your comfort zone, that you've done things that you were like scared of, but you managed them because you wanted to grow as a person. And once you realize that it's not about this one thing you need to achieve, but it's always about self-growth, and that you have to like keep pushing yourself and putting yourself in positions that are not that easy for you, you'll find like peace and strive and motivation to keep going, because you see that these are things that make you happy. You know, we know this striving for happiness mostly does not lead to happiness. It's like a byproduct on the way. So yeah, when we come to this, what do we need to be successful? Well, it's a mindset. There's no doubt about it. If you look at, there are like a lot of studies that nowadays you would divide all the world's money equally towards across everybody, you would realize that the successful people would get successful again pretty fast, and the people who are not successful would probably lose their money. And you can also see that, like, just take Steve Jobs for example. He lost his entire company by the age of 30, and then he like built it back up. So it's always like a mindset you need to build. It's skills you need to build that will get you towards that direction. Yeah. Yeah, if you, I made this one video, why the future looks more than bright for INFJs. I really recommend you watch this after this, because there's a way you learn how you can bring your ideas into to life, how the way society is developing, a lot of benefits arise and advantages arise for INFJs that you can take advantage of. and how you can actually make like a path for yourself, doing all those things, growing, building your skills, and work on complex ideas that interest you, and get into a direction which helps you to get financially independent. But it's important that you really get out of your comfort zone. You really have to be aware of this. Like, I never wanted to be a leader. I always wanted to stay low key. And for example, for this project, I had to realize, oh, I do have to learn how to speak in front of a camera. I need to put myself out there to be judged. And if there are people who are not happy with what I do, I have to be willing to face that. Like, these are things I have to learn, and the more I learn them, the more comfortable I get with it. So you have to realize that you will have to invest time, you will have to invest your money, and you have to invest, just getting out of your comfort zone. But you'll see that these things will help you in the long run, no matter what you choose to do. For example, this project, like what I would envision this perfect thing to be is, I think within the next 5 years, the topic INFJ is going to blow up. A lot more people who are INFJs are going to find out that they're INFJs, and they're going to find out that there are skills they need to learn in order to succeed in this world that maybe other types already know about themselves because there's so many of them. But INFJs are not as successful as they could be because a lot of our challenges are not being talked about. They're not out in the open because there's not a lot of us. And so we have to develop those skills, all of us, to get this thing going and to get to a better place. So yeah, I hope like in 5 years, when this thing blows up, I really hope that below the radar, above the system is going to be one of the go-to places for INFJs. Hopefully, maybe by then I can really live off this. I can coach. I would have learned, by the way, how to write more ebooks, to do tutorials, to do coaching, and so on. Skills that I hope to gain through this experience. Like, I have to learn not only how to talk in front of a camera, but also to pick up on what are people actually looking for. How can I really help them? And those are all things that you learn through that time. And so while I'm doing this whole thing, first off, I'm helping people. I built myself up. I learned how to brand myself. And let's say in 5 years, nobody cares about being INFJ, and it's not going to be a topic, then those are always things I can use for further projects. Look at Steve Jobs. That's why I'm always saying, don't think this one thing is going to change your life, or it has to change your life, because then you like take that pressure out of you. Every time you do something gets you out of your comfort zone, you're building your brand, you're building on yourself, and you're building everything in order to be successful in the future. This is going to be a long-term investment. This is not something you will, master within a month. If you see like this one person who developed one app and became rich from it, do you think that was the first idea he ever had? Probably not. Probably already had like 5,000 ideas before that, and then he found something that worked. And each step before that final step was as important as the last one, because otherwise he wouldn't know what direction to go. He wouldn't know what will work and what will not work. So mainly every single day, look out for things that challenge you, that help you grow, that help you build your own brand as a person, and it will get you in the right direction, no matter what in the end you're gonna do. And you don't have to like think, oh, maybe then in 10 years I know what to do and then I'll stick to this for the rest of my life. It's not a necessity either. You can just do a little bit here, do a little bit there, but you as a brand will always gain more knowledge. Remember the learning curve. The more things you get into your system, the faster you grow, the faster you understand how everything is going. And so that's why I'm always repeating that. It will always give you something that nobody can take away from you. So yeah, I talked about in the last video, which was about INFJs in the workplace and INFJs in leadership position. This is going to be a two-part video, that the last one and this one are connected. And this is also a very important part I want to address, because a lot of us INFJs work at a place where they feel exhausted, where they feel drained, where they're not happy, and they think, oh, if I were financially independent, if I could work by myself, everything would be different. So they think, oh, what should I do? What should I do? And then nothing really happens. Well, the problem is you're working at a job that drains you, and you do need mental energy to be creative, to be open for challenges, to have strength to put yourself in an uncomfortable position. And so what I really recommend at this point, if you're like at a bad job, don't think you have to stick there, like stay there until you've like made yourself financially independent. Just look for another job. Look for a job where you can look how much money do you really need in a month, that you're content, and that doesn't drive you nuts, that doesn't drain you, that just really gives you a calm energy, so you can use everything else on building yourself, and not that you have like use that energy to protect yourself from all those negative things going on at work. So don't, and then once you have that job, then you can start concentrating on building yourself a brand or something. Don't skip the parts. It's like always that has a lot to do with patience, because a lot of people are just stubborn and they say, no, I want to be financially independent. I'm not going to look for another job. Well, good luck with that, because that job is draining the hell out of you, and with that little energy left, there's little chance you'll be successful in your own endeavor. So yeah, this is it for now. The next video is going to be about INFJs and emotional distress and how we can get out of it. It will be, yeah, it's a difficult topic. I'll talk about my experiences and what helped me. So if you have any more ideas towards that topic, just message me or write things in the idea pool. I'm looking forward to the next time. Okay, bye.